Yo, what's up guys? We have some very exciting news for those who like PvP and also for the skillers out there too. The first PvP update in a very long time, and this is huge. So this is the dev blog and the poll will be released next week sometime. So this is something that should have been released a very long time ago. So in PvP you can risk your untradables without any cost. So you can be risking your fire cape for free because you can just go and pick it back up. I remember pre-EOC, if you were risking your fire cape, you would either protect it or you were risking the fire cape and you would lose it on death. So there's actually a risk involved in using the fire cape for that extra strength bonus. You either protect it as a +1 or you lose it on death. So people could use obviously the best in slot gear, torso instead of the bandage chestplate, and obviously you can just go pick it up on death. The dragon defender instead of the dragon fire shield, just go pick it up on death. And especially void for void rangers, people can literally risk a glory or an amulet of power, literally just risk about 10k, and they're wearing full void and they are so overpowered. It's the same with max combat as well. People can go out there in full melee void and an AGS risking a strength dummy and they will literally just kill you for an AGS 70, you know what I mean? They're risking nothing. They could just go back and pick up the void. There's no risk involved. So what they're saying is, if you die with an untradable item, when you pick it back up, it will become broken and unusable. So you'll have to go to Purdue for a small fee to repair the broken equipment to make it usable once more. Now then, 75% of that fee is dropped on the ground when you die to reward the PK who killed you, and 25% of that fee will go out of the game as a money sink. So everyone likes money sinks, and obviously the person who kills you actually gets a reward rather than killing you for your full void and you get a fucking strength dummy. Now I think this is amazing and I hope to God this actually passes. So people actually go into the wilderness with the OP gear, they're actually risking something, you know what I mean? Rather than going out in OP gear and risking absolutely nothing. Everyone's overpowered. And also it's good that the person who kills you actually gets a reward as well, and there's a money sink as well. Obviously this is including the void equipment, the barbarian assault equipment, so that's the torso and the fighter hat, fire cape, defenders, and castle walls reward. Now nextly we have an update to the wilderness, and this is my favorite sort of update to bring more people to the wilderness. High risk, high reward. Now as you all know from some of my videos, you'll know about the Fountain of Ruin in the wilderness, where you can charge glories and make absolute bank loot. Obviously you're risking a full inventor of glories, but you make over 2 mil per hour. When charging amulet of glories in the Fountain of Ruin in the wilderness, you'll be given a 1 in 25,000 chance of receiving the golden glory, which will have unlimited charges and it will be tradable. Now this item is gonna be worth so fucking much and everyone's gonna be after it for fashionscape. So many people are gonna want to buy it because it's tradable. And because it's so rare to get it, you're going to have to charge glories and no one wants to do that. So this item is going to be so rare because no one wants to charge glories. When I go to the Fountain of Ruin, there's literally no one. So this is going to bring people, but it's also not because no one wants to risk a full infinite glory. So, I mean, it's not OP because obviously you lose 3k when you sell an uncharged glory and buy a charged glory. That's why the money making method is there. Extremely cool and going to bring some more Fountain of Ruin people, which I can kill. Kappa. Elder Chaos Druids, pretty dead content. I've not really heard of them in a while. Do people still kill them? I heard they're pretty AFK because obviously there's an altar there, but you know, they're not, you can just go other places in a safe area, you know what I mean? Should these Elder Chaos Druids provide the best in slot magic attack bonus for players with 1 defense? So obviously this will be the best in slot mage gear for 1 defense pures. I don't really have a problem with this because it's not adding to the damage, it's just obviously accuracy. And it'll bring people to the Elder Chaos Druids, and I guess it's more content for pures and for them to risk more. I'm not in the pure community, so I don't really have much of an opinion on that, but you guys can obviously leave it down below. Now then, in Bounty Hunter, obviously when you receive a target and you don't want to fight them, you have to log out or hot worlds and hop back. So it's a bit of a pain, and then obviously you have to type in your bank pin. Now what they're saying, should there be a skip button? Of course, I mean it saves everyone time. Obviously the rules still apply, like when you skip so many targets you have to wait 5 minutes, so basically it's just saving us time, so that's really nice. I guess this is quite helpful. When you've got a target, it tells you how much they're risking, just either low wealth, so they're going to go off the grand exchange prices and tell you pretty much exactly sort of around how much they're risking. I guess that's pretty helpful, not going to really affect much. Now I really like this one, dropping items within the wilderness. Now then, when people are dying, whether PKers are killing PVMers, or you're killing like a clue scroller or a PK, and you're about to die, you drop your tradables to hopefully run back and get them. So obviously that shouldn't be in the game. If you're dying, obviously the person who kills you should get all the reward. So what they're saying is, any expensive item, like a weapon and armor, when you drop it, it will appear to everyone instantly. I'm saying weapons and armor specific because they don't want sharks and potions to be dropped, because if they appear instantly, people can tank teams forever because they can just get the friends to instantly drop food, and yeah, they've tanked out the TB. So yeah, I definitely like this, definitely. Everyone knows that the best prayer experience in the game is the Gilded Altar. Now, on Lava Dragon Isle, you can bury the Lava Dragon bones and get a slight increase in XP, but it's not enough for people to go to Lava Dragon Isle and train the prayer, because obviously you might as well train it safely. They want to boost the experience, so it's actually worth going there, and obviously, if there's going to be more people in the wilderness going to Lava Dragon Isle, I'm for it. I definitely like this. When you're PKing, you know, you can't bring some items like Deep Wildy PKing because something will protect over another thing. Like when I went 3rd age PKing, I was risking my 3rd age over like a fucking dragon scimitar, because the dragon scimitar, for example, has a higher alch value, which doesn't make much sense because 3rd age is like 150 mil, the dragon scimitar on the other hand is like 80k. They'd like to base the values off the grand exchange value, which makes obviously sense, and that is amazing. This is amazing. A construction update, player owned house expansion. So as you guys know, when you want to move rooms in your house, you have to delete the room and rebuild it, and you might have really expensive furniture in there like Gilded Altar, so it's going to cost you a lot of money. So they want to create a menu where you can move around your rooms without deleting them. Okay, here we go. Achievement gallery. This will require 80 construction and 200k to make. Here we go. The altar. Ancient Altar, Lunar Altar, and Dark Altar, which you can switch spell books, which is fucking amazing. Oh my god, this makes me want to skill and train construction. That's exactly what they want to do. Instead of spending 15k every time you want to teleport to Lunar Isle to go on Lunars, and yeah, this is just so helpful. But 80 construction, that's going to cost a lot of money. And then the Altar of the Gods, you can switch to any spellbook. Holy shit. So this log display, you can show off your Slayer log, Boss log, Jewel Arena wins losses, Clue Scroll count. So yeah, any of your achievements, I guess that's pretty cool. Oh my god, look at this. Each jewelry box will require a number of gems to create. I'm guessing it's like portals, you know, portals in your house where you can teleport as many times as you want. So this will provide unlimited ring of jeweling and games, necklaces, teleports. Holy ball. I like how they're putting high requirements on this, because 81 construction, 86 construction, that is hard to get. And then here's for the fashion scapers, you can display your Kraken, Zora, and all that sort of stuff with the jars. Okay, I guess this is pretty cool. You can show off some of your most prestigious items in game. So a tier 10, fire cape, diary cape, music cape, quest cape, and 100 million. That's amazing, because that's going to be a huge gold sink, but I don't really see much point in it because no one's going to really go in your house, are they? Okay, next we have the Superior Garden, which only requires 65 construction. Now this is where things get interesting. You can teleport to a fairy ring in your house. That is OP. That is OP as fuck. And a spirit tree. And then there's one for a fairy ring and a spirit. This is actually OP. This is a sick update. I don't know whether it's making the game too easy though, but these are some very helpful updates. Now then, here is an update for the PKs. The one we've been waiting for, the Pool of Revitalization. I think I said it right. Only requires 65 construction, so you dip yourself in it and it restores your hit points, stats, special attack, run energy, and cures poison and venom, which saves yourself going to the Jewel Arena every time you want specs, so obviously you can get fights easier. This is amazing for obviously a PK like me. That's amazing. I think they should make the requirement a lot higher though. 65 construction, that seems quite low because everyone's going to be able to get that, to be honest. And then there's some other interesting questions which you can read down below. I'll link the dev blog down below. This is going to be big. This is a really good dev blog. Leave your feedback in the comment section below. I want to hear a discussion of your opinions because I think some of these suggestions are amazing, and the poll will be going live next week sometime, so stay tuned for that. And I'm not going to tell you guys what to vote, but I've told you guys my opinion. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was interesting. I'll see you very soon. Peace.